Fox 17 Rockin' Review on the web. I'm hanging out with John Oates today, and we're talking about some of his great guitars, and in fact, the one you're playing right now, John. And I've always enjoyed your music. I don't know how much of, how many of your albums and everything I bought and seen you guys in concert and everything. And obviously recognize this Strat that you played. But we're going to talk about first your acoustic. You're handmade from Nashville, Indiana.
Nashville, Indiana, a guy named Ron Volbrecht made it. And it was given to me as a gift by my manager in 1983. It had my name in huge abalone block letters. And I saw the guitar, I said, man, this is an amazing guitar, but I'll never play it because of that. And Mr. Volbrecht went back and covered my name up with ebony inlays and then re-put the little hearts in there.
And you did a great job because you can't see it unless you look really closely.
You have to look really close.
And then it's like a silhouette. It's like, wow.
It's a gorgeous guitar.
It's like a shadow of your name.
Yeah, I've been recording with it, and the wood is fantastic. It's kind of like a Martin D45 in style and construction.
Yeah, it sounds great. Well, and then also you brought along today, which so impressed, and I saw the video on YouTube where Seymour Duncan went through this piece, and this is a 1958 Fender Stratocaster.
Yes, it is.
That you've had since the early 70s.
Right.
And toured with it up until the middle 80s.
Yep.
And what a great guitar. It's gone through, I actually found that video to where it had the metal covered pickups even.
That's right.
In the early days.
And I lost those. I don't know what happened to those.
And then you had it converted back to the triple singles, and now Seymour put it back to this.
Yeah, he put it back together because I went back and had the custom shop, Fender custom shop, do a Strat configuration. But then Seymour said, that was an iconic guitar. He said, you should bring it back to the way it was back in the day. And so I sent it to him, and he did it. Yeah.
Well, so many of those early videos, I mean, you've got this, you're playing this.
I played it from 74 through 85, pretty much.
And it sounds incredible, and the neck is just it's perfect.
It's pretty special. It's one of those guitars that when I put it on, it feels like part of my body.
Yeah, and with you sitting earlier, on the news, it's like, it looked like, you look very at home with it.
Thank you. I do feel at home with it. Yeah.
Great stuff. Well, speaking of home, now that you're a local basically here in Nashville, you're doing a lot of recording.
Yep.
You've got some cool, besides touring with Hall & Oates, which you're still, you and Daryl are on the road a lot and sound incredible together still.
Yeah, thank you.
Now you're doing some solo projects.
Yeah, I've been doing solo projects for the past, this is my 4th solo album, and actually working on a new concept to release singles for the course of this entire year.
Single of the Month Club.
I'm going to do the Single of the Month Club, and I'm going to advertise. Each one is done with a different producer and a different set of musicians, and it's been a real pleasure to be able to jump into people's worlds and see how they do what they do and bring whatever I bring to the table, and it's been great. I just did a song with Vince Gill at his house and recorded with Nathan Chapman and Tommy Sims, and just the list goes on and on. So it's been really fun because every project's slightly different, and so I can't wait for people to hear it.
I think it's incredible. I'm looking forward to hearing it myself. And then also, you've got a local gig coming up this weekend in Franklin.
Yep, I'm at the Franklin Theater on February 9th with Pete Huttlinger and Steve Mackey and Kevin McKendry and Near Z. We're going to do a kind of an acoustic singer-songwriter type show.
And then what's the other show you have this weekend?
Shelby, North Carolina at the Don Gibson Theater on February 8th, the night before,
And where can we find out? I mean, viewers want to find out where to, where you're playing.
It's johnoates.com or hallandoates.com, and I'm pretty much, I'm on the web. I'm there.
That's awesome. I hope you start doing even more local gigs here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming on today.
All right. Love it.
Thanks a lot for watching the Fox 17 Rockin' Review, and thank you to John Oates, and we'll see you soon.